insurance rates, fewer homes. Victims need support, not exploitation. Take action and
The economy is doing unbelievably from the standpoint of Wall Street. We just set another record, as you know. This government has done something no government has ever done before. And one of them is the crypto stuff.
So all I'm doing is a hallway and that living room up front here. You can guess what that stain is. It is diarrhea, unfortunately. So there is some discoloration, you can see it. All these areas are discolored, color pulled from the carpet. I'm going to be treating all of this with Unchained because, yeah, it all needs it. And you know what? I'm going to treat it very strongly. So let's see what kind of magic we can work today. Yeesh, look at that. Big time reaction. Alright guys, so I'm going to go over something I probably have said in the past, but not very often in videos. So in a situation like this, as you can tell, stains like this and whatever else is in the carpet, it's going to cause a lot of cleaning of tools. And in this type of situation, if they're not wanting to change the carpet out, you kind of got to use your better judgment and do something different here. So I don't want to ruin a $450 vacuum and vacuum that up, obviously. I also don't want that getting it in my CRB, to be honest, because that can be a problem, potentially. So what I'm going to be doing here, and there's a saying for what this ties into, is TACT, T-A-C-T. It's an acronym for temperature, agitation, chemical, time. If you lack one, increase the others. So in this case, I am obviously not going to be doing agitation in this area. And there's some areas in the hallway that's questionable too, but not this type of stain. It's more pee related. So what I'm doing is increasing my time and my chemical. So that's half of TACT. And I'm also going to max out everything else I can for the rest of the carpet. The heat, the chemical, time. Okay? So agitation is the only thing that I'm not going to be doing here. So I'm going to spend more time extracting and going over things to compensate for not doing the CRB agitation. So that's something I want to tell you guys about. TACT. Temperature, agitation, chemical, and time. Because I'm going to put some gloves on and I'm going to take this end off and then I'm going to vacuum the bigger pieces up and then put that back on after I wipe it and just, disinfect it. That way I don't get it on the outside coupler, which goes over the carpet wand. So I'm going to take that off and do those steps and then pick this up. That way when I mitigate my hoses and move them around, I'm going to clean this spot first so that way I don't have my stuff going over it, causing more cleaning problems. So jobs like this, we use after a job like this, we have a tool called a hoser, and you can send it through that product and you hook up your steam line to it and it sprays water through it, and basically hot water, 200 degrees, washes it off as you put it back into your van. So that's something that you could do or purchase to help clean your hoses, or if you have space at your place, lay them out, and wash them off and do all the things you normally would. So this is why this one's a little different, because I am not going to run my CRB over this and some of the other stuff. And then I always wipe my hoses down after every job. They always get wiped down. So this is no different, except obviously a little grosser, so I'm making sure I'm doing a little extra. But otherwise, that's going to be my step, and that's going to be what TACT is. Temperature, agitation, chemical, and time, because this is gross. So I sprayed it pretty heavily. As you can see, kind of a little bit of a outer perimeter of it. And the rest of it I sprayed pretty good too, but this one the most. You saw the reaction in that short little clip earlier. And I'm just allowing this to dwell and do its thing. So that way when I get to it and extract it out, I have a higher success rate of getting everything out. Depending on what's in their diet and all that stuff, it may have some discoloration to it. As we could tell that I showed earlier over here, there is discoloration already. I treated those as well. So we're going to see what I could do as far as resurrecting this carpet for them, at least get it sanitary and clean. But I suspect that there's going to be some random discolorations in the main walk areas because it looks like some stuff was already done and it pulled the color. So we'll see what happens. Let's get to it. It also doesn't hurt to post-treat this area with unchained, so that's what of course I used on the carpet for these stains is unchained, which I'll have a link in the description if you want to pick some up yourself. I don't recommend using it the way we do if you're just a homeowner. Make sure you have a good extractor to pull it out, because if you're putting it on heavy, you're going to want to pull it out. But if you're just topically misting it like I am going to do on at least this stain afterwards, it's a little different story. But I did soak this prior to starting and letting it dwell. But if it's just being misted on a little bit and being used sparingly, it's not a huge deal to leave some behind. But I think we're going to have a slight discoloration. But I'm hoping between this and maybe the post mist, it'll bring the carpet back. But yeah, pretty gross. Not that often we get these jobs, but if it was any worse, I would have declined the job and suggested replacement. It was pretty bad. Now she specifically wanted me to shove that over and just clean the exposed areas. I know some of you comment on videos randomly like, why don't people move stuff out? Or don't want to move stuff out? Or why didn't you move stuff out? Well, first off, we're a cleaning company, not a moving company, along with everybody else. To be honest, it's a different insurance policy, at least here in California, or higher insurance policy, if we're going to start moving furniture around like, you know, like movers, because you start moving a bunch of stuff, valuables, you run the risk of stuff breaking. So higher premium, etc. So when somebody says just scoot that over, or they just scooted it over, that's all that gets done. We can move stuff within reason, smaller stuff, but we're not going to move something like that with a bunch of stuff in it. Some couches, coffee tables, chairs, if they request it, sure, we can move those. But most everything else is a no-go, unless you want to potentially put your business at risk, unless you're going to build that into your business and do stuff like that. But when people think of you coming out, they think of you as a carpet cleaner, right? And if you say you're going to move all this furniture clean, move it back on styrofoam blocks, come and remove those styrofoam blocks another day, I'm telling you, when you present to them to get all their carpet cleaned, that it's going to be $2,500 or whatever, because of labor, the time it takes to clean it, having 2 people out here at least. They're going to be like, $2,500 to clean my carpet? No thanks. Even though it's, say, 500, 600 square feet of carpet, they're going to laugh you out of the house because they're perceiving you as a carpet cleaner. Now, if they were moving all this stuff out and had a mover come do it, send a couple people out, 3 people out, whatever they do, they probably charge that same amount depending on the house and how much stuff there is. And they probably, and they get that money all the time because that's what it costs to move stuff. So that hopefully answers questions about why stuff isn't getting moved or why things just got moved aside. It's just, this is the request of the client. So we do as requested, we charge accordingly. So if you are moving furniture, certain things, it does take more time. And you gotta, clean, move it back, all that stuff. So you gotta charge a little extra. That's how it is. Otherwise, you're gonna end up operating in the red, moving a bunch of stuff for people and charging regular carpet cleaning rates. But as far as we go, we tell people we can help move some stuff, of course. But if you're able to have it prepped before we get there, have somebody help you, whatever it may be, it will save you some money. So we do put that out there before we show up. If they tell us like there's stuff that needs to be moved, we say, well, if it's at all possible to get somebody to help you, or if you could do it yourself and move it in, move it back in the next day, it'll save you money. Whether it's a small amount of stuff and it saves you $50, or a lot of stuff and it saves you a couple $100. It's all worth it to do it that way, because like I said, we're insured, licensed and all that stuff, but we are not insured to be a moving company, just a cleaning company. Hopefully that helps those that are curious. At least in California, insurance companies I've dealt with, it's the same in our house cleaning department. We're insured for a 3-step ladder down. If we get a 6-step ladder, regular size ladder, our insurance premium is going to go up. And since we do mainly houses and some standard commercial, we only do what we can reach with a 3-step ladder and an extension tool kind of thing. We don't get on 6, 9 or 12 foot ladders to hand dust things, because it's just a higher premium. And unless you're strictly in the janitorial business, it's probably not worth it to have that extra premium on all your people. So we qualify jobs that way, and we let them know, here's what we could do and how we can help. If that works for you, awesome, we'll get you taken care of. If you need more in that, then we'll either find out what a one-off job case would be, or we'll decline the work if it doesn't make sense. So hopefully that kind of helps understand some things. If you're unfamiliar with the business, you just watch the videos. That's kind of how we have to do it. California does not make anything easy. So we're doing everything we can within our means and what we're allowed to do. So that should help with those that are curious of like, why aren't you moving things out, or why didn't they move things out? It's their choice. But it's also, we're a cleaning company, not a moving company. It's just a bitter truth. There's those discolorations. The color is completely gone from right there. I'm gonna post streak that spot, but otherwise, we did pretty good. Yeesh. It's a little under 200 square feet of carpet I did, but still gross. Yeah.